This is Grace with the Southern Glamper, and I have decided to do a series on cast iron cooking. Specifically, this series more so for Dutch oven cooking, but there's some tips in there for everybody. So I wanted to just start out and talk about the actual gear that I use to cook in my Dutch oven. And there's several things that I use for that. And before I get started, back when we owned our pop-up camper, the Dutch oven that we had was basically my oven. I could braise in it. I could do everything in that because I didn't have a full-on kitchen. And so this was one of the first pieces of camping gear that I got. So I have a big 12 quart Dutch oven. It's got the little feet on the bottom of it. I'll pick it up so that you can see it, but that way you can get your coals underneath, and then it has a nice lid with a rim on it that your coals can sit on top of. But you're gonna need more than that, and so there's a few additional pieces that I think are really important to have. One are just a set of, I have these Pit Paws. I've had these for a really long time, but these are high heat gloves that can take, I believe, up to maybe 400 or 500 degrees. I think it may be even more than that. But anyway, these are a heavy duty. You need something more than just a pot holder. And so some high heat barbecue gloves or something like that is really important to have. I also have just a basic, just a charcoal chimney just to do my coals in. And I use a very basic charcoal for this. I have always just used like a Kingsford, just a basic briquette. I don't want it to be treated or have anything on it. And then to get everything going, I just use an electric lighter. This makes it go a lot quicker. You can just point it directly into your chimney here and just light your coals, and it's quick and easy to go. And then I also have this little set of charcoal tongs, and these are nice and long. It's got a little handle on them, and I can use that to disperse my charcoal briquettes both under and over the Dutch oven while I am cooking. And then I have just a couple of basic things for actually doing the cooking itself. This is a Campmade set that has several pieces to it. You'll see it in the next video, but this fits onto the top of your lid and will allow you to raise it up and down easily. It's got a piece underneath it, but it is the accessories needed to turn your Dutch oven into kind of a multi-use pot for cooking. And then finally, just a couple of things that are nice to use inside of it. Of course, you know, you can cook in it solo. A lot of times I will take just basic parchment paper and line down in there to make it easier for cleanup, especially if you're doing cobblers. You could do it for pizzas, breads, things like that. You can buy some parchment liners that are specifically for Dutch oven. I have a link to those in my Amazon storefront. But then I bought these pans when I first got this Dutch oven. They fit all the way down inside of the Dutch oven itself. There's actually some room around it when they go in there. But you can use these for cooking things like biscuits, pizzas, any of that kind of stuff. And so these are simple to just fit down in there for the actual cooking itself. You can also get just aluminum disposable liners that fit down in your Dutch oven. Those are also handy to have. And then the final thing that I have for our Dutch oven cooking is just this crispy stick. This is just a cast iron seasoning. It's good to use after the fact to keep your cast iron in good shape. This one actually needs a little bit of cleanup. I'm gonna do a final video in this series that talks about how to care for and store your cast iron, your Dutch oven, those types of things, and we'll get into that there. But this is the basic equipment and setup that I have. I keep this stuff on hand in our camper all the time so that it's flexible and easy for me to use. And this is one of our favorite ways to cook, especially in the fall. So if you have questions, drop a note in the comments. Feel free to email me. I'll also link out to my Amazon store that has all of these items in there if you are looking for a Dutch oven or cast iron setup to take with you to the campground. Thanks so much for watching, and happy camping.